Ato na nakupo na kami na le KILI Radio wo yake oapre kapsa KILI Radio Storytelling Hour. Lechta to kihanlila optelila wo yak mojun kwaka de lil in trapskata po in yothain cha le machpiat hak pe me cha ato na nakupo na kami na lila pilauya. Donc ça le temps conjugué ou après manger takuku cocktail lil iktomi woya kon kahipcha donc son kaya cocktail as let manger unya wakta donc ça troskaya ça donc ça oila.
Thank you, Brian. I'd like to say a couple shout outs out there to my cousin Frank Ghost, the staff out there at Chunkpay Opie, Iowa, friends and family back home in Michigan, Savannah up there at Prairie Edge, and most of all the students out there at Wounded Knee, if you're listening. Just wanted to say a quick hello. We don't have much time up here today due to a basketball game. It's going to be aired at 5:30, so got to make this real quick.
Let me do one more here. Last night, remember, I got a call from Tachchawkba. That's in Gordon, Nebraska. Nakichi Dahanska, Nagop Nakahachi. Toksha Nupa, Wak, when le Kilichun Kahipash, le Chun Tapskatakta. I down, Wichito was tested a car in Kpazo. Thomas Abhalo. Karen and Nagoptanka, she always gives us support. And she really helps us out and keeps us. Sometimes she keeps us straight. So have a real good evening with Kakoja.
The story I'm gonna read this in English. It's the story of the dream catcher. It's a Iktomi story. Long ago, when the world was young, an old Lakota spiritual leader was on a high mountain and had a vision. In his vision, Iktomi, the great trickster and teacher of wisdom, appeared in the form of a spider. Iktomi spoke to him in a sacred language that only the spiritual leaders of the Lakota could understand. As he spoke, Iktomi, the spider, took the elder's willow hoop, which had feathers, horsehair, beads, and offerings on it, and began to spin a web. He spoke to the elder about the cycles of life and how we begin our lives as infants and we move on to childhood, then adulthood. Finally, we go to old age and we must be taken care of as infants, completing the cycle. But, Iktomi said, as he continued to spin his web, in each time of life there are many forces, some good and some bad. If you listen to the good forces, they will steer you in the right direction. But if you listen to the bad forces, they will hurt you and steer you in the wrong direction. He continued, there are many forces and different directions that can help or interfere with the harmony of nature, and also with the Great Spirit and all of his wonderful teachings. All the while the spider spoke, he continued to weave his web, starting from the outside and working towards the center. When Iktomi finished speaking, he gave the Lakota elder the web and said, see, the web is a perfect circle, but there is a hole in the center of the circle. He said, use the web to help yourself and your people to reach your goals and make good use of your people's ideas, dreams, and visions. If you believe in the Great Spirit, the web will catch your good ideas and the bad ones will go through the hole. The Lakota elder passed on his vision to his people, and now the Lakota people use the dream catcher as the web of their life. It is hung above their beds or in their homes to sift their dreams and visions. The good in their dreams is captured in the web of life and carried with them, but the evil in their dreams escapes through the hole in the center of the web and is no longer a part of them. They believe that the dream catcher holds their destiny.
Het leert echt dat ik belangrijk is. Net trouwens takwa in wo won kai tahe le opge journal no hab tahe won galakot tahe le oyan ke wayu ichage up ohe oyan ke wayu ichage up ke le community organizer up ohe We'll discuss that for a short time that we have, and I'll tell this story in Lakota next time. So those of you that are listening, and I will say in English that tonight we have a short version of the Lakota storytelling hour, and because KILI Radio is going to air the All-Star, the Bigfoot All-Star game, and that's very important. It's for the children. So tonight the word of the day is Oyanke Wichayu Ichare. Oyanke Wichayu Ichare. That means community organizer. And right now, like, we're going into the spring, and there's a lot of cleanups and planning, and this is very important. And I think I mentioned one more word here. Wayuiyanke. That's another one. Wayuiyanke. Person that motivates people.
Yep.
Okay. Then another one is Spookishni. That's somebody that's very lively.
Very lively.
Yeah. You need these words. If a person have those and starts, like, remember last week we have Wakta. Wakta means to you just wait for something to happen. It may never happen. So that's so this week we have the motivators and lively person and the industrious person. So what do you think? Do we have some in where we hang out?
Definitely.
Okay.
One of the greatest assets in Oyukpe, Tim. Tim, Little Dog.
Yeah.
He's going over to Sisseton to take the class to be to administer a Lakota language test.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this, that Tim is part of the janitorial crew, but still, you go from being a person that cleans up to you're going to be taking administering tests to our the Lakota youth in the Lakota language.
Yeah.
That right there, that shows how diverse a person can be.
Yeah.
And how much worth how important the Lakota language is.
Yes,
it's very important. If you know the Lakota language, like Tim and Tony and Floyd at Chunkwe Opie, pass it on. You keep speaking it to the kids. Your grandchildren, your children, neighbors' kids. Keep passing it on. I'm real excited that he's able to do this. But he's one of those people that he's lively. He doesn't wait for things. He doesn't sit around and wait for things to happen. He makes things happen.
So he's a Wayuiyanke. He's a motivator.
Yep.
And he's also possesses that Spookishni. That means Spookishni is somebody that's forward, very lively. And then Bilihecha. That means person that's active, industrious. And then there's another one, Bilihecha. That means one that exerts himself. Yeah. Or take exercise. Like that. So those are really good, important words. So I know you don't have time to write it down. Maybe next time we'll
save these.
We'll save them and we'll say them again. But the one that's really important for the beginning of the spring is Oyanke Wichayu Ichare. That means a community organizer, person that will think of beautification, fixing houses, picking up trash, things like that. So that person will be very important, and that person will not wakta people.
Right.
He will just
go out and do it.
Yeah. So those are important. So I want to thank Hercules and for the time that he gave us, and it's always good to come up here and share
Techawachipi Okolakichie at Chunk Bay Opio, Waiwa, and that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome. You know, the more people, the better. It is for the youth, and Elroy Cross and Denver and the hardworking people at Techawachipi Okolakichie doing a great job. We had a meeting the other night, and they pretty much take care of everything. But one thing they can't take care of is getting people out to the Wachipi. Mm-hmm. That's our responsibility, is to go on and support these young children. To give them support, to cheer them on and everything else. So
I'd like to mention Maryland too. Maryland does the Lakota College Education Hour.
Yep.
And she comes on Tuesdays. And before we leave, we have all the schools will have Easter vacation this weekend. So if you're going on the vacation, have a real safe
definitely
weekend, and come back Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
I think everybody's going to be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Right.
So have a real good weekend, and have a real good Easter vacation. And tomorrow, don't forget the Wachipi Oyukhpe.
Mm-hmm.
Come out and dinner at 5. Wotapi at 5. Mm-hmm. And
there's the grand entry at 1.
Yep, and we have security people. We have
great feed.
Chris will be the announcer, and who's the arena director?
Wesley Newholy.
He's the arena director.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting all those guys.
Yeah.
I've talked to them on the phone, but it's always impressive to meet well-known people like that, face to face, and shake their hands.
Yep.
So, my man over there, he'll be there tomorrow with his boys. Yes, he is. Really looking forward to seeing Hercules and the boys out there.
Yeah.
It's a treat every time. When he starts sweating really bad, seeing those guys out there, it's always impressive to see these singers at every event, not just the Techawachipi Okolakichie, but Oglala Nation and Oyukwe at all these. The summertime, they really put good shows on. So
yep, you got to have those singers.
Yep.
Wachipi.
So
okay, so we'll see you all next week. Have a good weekend, and if you're on the road, travel safe. And we will bring you a story. We have a story all set here, so we'll do it next week. It's called it's a Lakota story called the Cheater.
The cheater got cheated.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. So we will bring it to you next time.
Yep. Just prelude for that story is just watch out for Iktomi.